Welcome back to the Nose Plays Age of Wonders 3, continuing our first look game. This will be part 5 of the series, and we're going to play for another hour or so today. Sundrin of House Enoch, the High Elf Rogue, continuing our quest for power. So, where we left off last time, we had kind of expanded to the south and started looking a little bit to the east. I have a quest over here that we're interested in possibly trying to figure out, as well as an army down here. I believe this is just a scout who's kind of running around avoiding some enemies at this moment in time. I don't think we have any movement left. I think we ended the turn. I'm trying to think of what we wanted to do with this unit. I think the primary thing we wanted to do was clear this tomb and finish clearing all of these nodes so that we could then take advantage when this city starts to expand. The city's going to grow in 4 turns with our current production queue set to building extra housing, which increases your production of population for the turn. If we were to disable that, it would take significantly more turns. In fact, we can, it's going to take 1 extra turn if we don't do that for 4. So, that begs the question, is there anything worth messing with besides just advancing this a turn sooner? And I think the answer is potentially the storehouse. Now, our production is really garbage in this city, but the storehouse is going to help grow faster over a longer period of time, and that means we can then focus on extra income, which we are in desperate need of at the moment as well. Unfortunately, right now I can't afford to do anything because we only have 60 gold right now. So I am going to go ahead and queue up 4 turns of this. We may switch that out here in a moment, but we'll see. Go ahead and end that turn. Looks like enemies are moving about. And we're building up a new army here to kind of defend our capital. We do have a hero in charge of this army, and I've got some High Elf Union Guard, I've got an Initiate, I've got a Storm Sister. I'm debating what else to build to fill out this squad. I'm thinking either a Swordsman or a Scoundrel. Since we have walls, ranged units are a little bit more valuable in this city than melee units will be. So maybe we queue up a Scoundrel before we queue up anything else. I don't want to spend a lot of money, but I don't want to not take advantage. And we're going to need to save up a lot of money for this. So that being the case, maybe we do cancel this and go right into merchandise and get some merchandise here as well, just to speed that up. We'll send our crows, and we now have sight of the enemy Theocrat's army. Looks like he's got 4 heroes and a couple of injured units, as well as a cherub and another cherub, so he's bringing units this direction. Since I have a crow over here to keep an eye on him, I'm actually going to send my Scoundrel this way, that we were kind of using as a watchtower, and we'll just kind of patrol the rest of this guy's territory for now. This stupid ability is in effect for another couple turns. I'm not real happy about that. There's also not a lot I can do about it. Iron Grip, can't cast it on anybody else's city at the moment, so I I guess it's just a matter of which one of these do we want to take on first. I could really use some more ranged units, but I guess we'll go ahead and try and take on this tomb. It is an epic level battle, so this could be pretty difficult. But I think we can manage. Very likely victory. I really don't want to lose a bunch of units, and especially my High Elf Storm Sister, so we're going to manual this and hope that I can make reasonable decisions. What we really want to do is just get our units into melee with those ranged units. So, kind of keeping an eye on where they can target. We could move into cover, but I think this is fine. These swordsmen can move up. These pikemen can move up. Our hero will move right here. And go into guard. Our other hero can move behind this cover. And go into guard. And our Storm Sisters... we'll have our Storm Sisters back up these elves for now. Alright, so this is going to allow us to get almost in range. It may make sense to sort of use this cover. Well, we'll just move here for now. Put our heroes behind the cover. The Storm Sister's right back here. And she can go ahead and take a shot at one of these units. Or we can go into guard. I think we'll go ahead and take a shot. It won't do a lot of damage. This is unfortunate. The Chant of Unlife. Each turn a dead unit will come back to life from the dead, under the caster's control as an undead ghoul. The corpse of the undead machine, elemental, and incorporeal units cannot be affected. We could try to disjunct this spell, but I don't think that we have a good chance of doing it. 50% chance of success. Yeah, that's not really worth it. Could cast Poison Blades. We could also cast Moving Target. Moving Target's going to greatly increase the defense of one of our units. Tempted to cast that on this unit, since he's going to probably be targeted the most. He doesn't have any spells available, and this unit's just going to move right to here and go into guard. We'll see what happens. Okay. So they're really trying to focus her down. I might have to back my hero out of this fight. As I really don't want my hero taking any more damage from these ranged units. Alright, we're going to move this unit up one, move this unit up one, and get 3 strikes on this guy. That should be enough. To get a kill on that unit. If I move him here, I can take a shot and kill this. And then use this guy to maybe do enough damage to these units. And then we'll get 2 attacks against this unit, but we'll take 2 attacks in retaliation. We'll definitely do more damage than they deal. We don't really have enough damage by ourselves to kill that unit, but we might if this unit retreats. Man, only 2 to 3? What if we cast Rain of Poison Blades? That will do pretty good damage. This unit has a chance to go ahead and kill that one. We'll see what happens here. Unfortunately, we really need to focus these units down one at a time. Oof. Little worried. The state of our army here. That was a terrible roll. Kill as many of these units as we can. Wow. I'm doing like 0 damage here. We'll just put him into guard. Can't cast any more spells. Alright, there's only 2 units left. One more. Alright, we should have a chance to kill this now. Ay, ay, ay. I'll get a first strike with this one. Alright, let's try this. Well, we lost some of our units, but in the end, it wasn't the end of the world. These are pretty basic units. They weren't leveled up too far. This unit is really the one that I want to protect, and I would prefer that this one survive of these three. So I guess we did okay. And we also got a reward. I could get 260 gold, or I could take a smaller amount of gold and some boots. I don't really think that these boots are all that useful, and we're not really hurting for mana crystals, so I'm actually going to sell everything for gold, because we are definitely in a gold shortage, and this is going to allow us to do some things. Specifically, grab this city as a vassal. Alright, our hero made a level, so that's good. We will definitely want to give her some more health. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and give her 2 sets of health. And I don't really see anything worth taking for our... I don't really need a point of melee strength, I don't think. Night vision isn't all that useful to us right now, so I'm just going to save this point for now. And we may use it later on. We do have some movement left, so we'll go back this way, and we'll probably try to clear this tile off next. We got some scouting to do, so I can get one. Looks like I can get about 1, 2, 3 tiles, so I can move approximately 3 tiles. Well, that didn't work quite the way I had expected it to. I must have moved onto a terrain that used different amounts of movement than I was anticipating, because it sure looked like I could get 3 tiles past that, and I don't see any roads. That being the case, I guess we'll just continue this way and try to uncover some more of the map. This is a vassal city now. I could go ahead and cast Iron Grip on it. I believe that is an option. At 39 mana crystals per turn, I don't think that's a terrible investment. And it is going to take a couple turns before it goes off anyways. Don't think I have anything else left to do except for potentially check on these 2 cities, because now that I have that city, I don't need to save up the gold like I was planning on doing, which means I don't necessarily need to create merchandise. I could go ahead and create a scoundrel like I was anticipating, and then in this city we could go back to creating the housing for 2 turns to get that done just a little bit quicker. I think that makes sense to me. Hello there. I must have accidentally clicked on the diplomacy button. No, I don't need anything from you right now. I wanted to click on this. Looks like he's moving his army towards the goblin city that he took from us. I think he managed to complete that quest before we did. I don't think there's any way that we come out successful, so we'll just auto-combat. Wow. Okay. I'll take a free win there. They must have had some bad rolls. Maybe we got lucky. Looks like our alignment has changed to slightly good, so that's cool. We got a scoundrel for that army to help defend that city and kind of monitor this territory. We finished research on Cloak and Dagger, which gives us some more casting points a turn, which is useful. Off the beaten path gives our irregular units some much needed terrain moving benefits. Anything else of import? Cruel backstab gives us extra damage when backstabbing. We could produce bard units, which are pretty good, and then ultimately unlock the assassin research. Those are really good units. Treasure raiding would also be useful, but honestly at this point we're a little late. Still, it'd only take 2 turns to grab. We'll go ahead and pick it up. We do need to build some military units to replace the ones that we lost. We do not have pikemen yet. The War Hall will unlock pikemen, which are better units against cavalry, while the shield sword users are better units against archers and ranged units. This will also unlock your base cavalry unit and give you access to buildings that unlock better units, like Griffin Riders and cool stuff. So, not sure where we want to go yet. If we are going to be producing more melee class units, we might want to grab the arena real quick. And this city, we got one more turn of that. And then I think it behooves us to build the Builders Hall, which we should be able to afford, but I'm going to hold off on that till next turn. This unit, both of these are really injured. It's going to take a couple of turns for them to heal up. So we're just going to kind of sit tight here. I guess I'll go ahead and move over here to this forest tile, uncover that last little bit of the map. And being on a forest tile does give us very high morale, so we'll just hang out here for a minute. Our birds are doing a good job of keeping an eye on things. I think we'll fly them right over here in between these two cities, so we can kind of keep an eye on both. Our scoundrel is going to just keep moving along. Looks like this player has another city over here. That's a little bit worrisome. And then this unit that actually survived, surprisingly, against 3 undead units, is going to continue to search out what is over here. Since we're on a road, we might as well... Ah, that sucks. I hate it when you get one tile away from being able to replenish, because now this is pretty much useless to us. It looks like there is an unclaimed territory over here, which could be good for us. We want to try to avoid this unit if we can. I think we'll maybe send this unit back to this watchtower for now. There's not really much use for it. I guess we could send it back to the city and fill out that stack with 6 units. That's another option. Alright, so he lost something. Looks like one of his heroes is dead. Okay, we got caught by a different group of them. So that little scout unit's dead for the time being. Now when we make swordsmen, they'll already have their first rank achieved, and we want to make 2 of those to replace the 2 that we lost. This is ready to cast. We need to come down here and cast it on our vassal city. will help things a little bit. Grown into a town, so now we're taking advantage of this crypt that we've cleared out. We also have Crypt of Unlife, which means in city battles, we get that similar effect where if a unit dies in the battle, it will resurrect one random dead unit from both our dead units and the enemy's dead units. So that's pretty cool. We are still not healed up enough for me to want to take this on, plus we're missing 2 units, so... we could take a tribute of a bunch of gold or a bunch of mana crystals. I think you know where I'm leaning with that. We were in vision of this battle, so we get to see the result of it. And we can see that they lost 1 unit, but a bunch of their units took a lot of damage. Unfortunately, they didn't lose any heroes. That would have been good for us. And this city, as we pointed out before, I was considering upgrading the Builder's Hall. The Crypt of Unlife has to be built before we get to take advantage of it. We are 17 turns away from gaining our next tile, but this is a pretty useful one. Extra population and happiness. I'm not sure that it's worth really spending a lot of time trying to get to it though. There's 2 ways we could expand to this a little more quickly. One is to build the storehouse, which will cut down the number of turns pretty significantly. The other is to build the wooden walls and then immediately upgrade them to stone walls, which increases your domain by 1 tile as well. I think for the time being, we'll go ahead and grab the storehouse. It's a useful building. And we're going to wait another turn. And hopefully... I guess we could send these spearmen up that way. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll send 2 of these units up. And we'll replace them. Yeah, let's do that. Let's send these 2 units up here, and they'll be able to participate next battle. And then we'll create 2 more high elves to help defend the city. We could use another ranged unit as well. Maybe another scoundrel. That puts us at 6 units for this army. We sort of lost vision of them. I kind of want to keep an eye on him. But I also kind of want to finish clearing the map. I guess that's what our scoundrel's for at this point. Maybe we'll just move this over here so we can see if he picks a battle with any of these units. Looks like there's some halflings hiding out at this tower. Alright, so we have found an orc. Orcs are not very well dispositioned towards us, especially these orcs, because they're pure evil, and as you might have remembered, we have moved to slightly good. So they're not really going to be interested in joining us, and they may actually attack our units if we're not careful. I guess the question then is, do I head north or south? And it looks like north is the way to go. Go ahead and grab these berries to help us make a little extra ground. And then we'll just try to cut through these mountains, hopefully. Are there any other spells that I want to cast at the moment? Doesn't look like it. Next turn we'll cast the treasure raiding one. And hopefully get a little bit of extra treasure for clearing a treasure site. Looks like they cast a spell. And it looks like we have some enemies coming up from the south that we're going to have to deal with. We have one of our 2 swordsmen built. So what I really want to do is maybe get down to here and protect this tower. That way if they try to attack it, we will be able to defend it. Incite revolt. Reduce the morale of a city by 600. That's a lot. It does have a pretty high cost, but we can afford it actually at the moment and still stay positive. I really wanted to grab this as well. I think we'll grab this first, but we will consider grabbing this before we try sieging a city. Sieging a city with really low morale is significantly easier. Looks like they cleared off some dwarves. Julia is currently at peace with us. I would like to form an alliance with her if possible. Maybe we should talk to her again. Is she interested in an alliance? Alright, we'll see what she says on the next turn. Let's go ahead and cast Treasure. That's going to take 1 turn. Well... we are almost healed up. I guess we could wait 1 more turn and then be pretty much at full health with a full 6 stack. So I guess we'll do that. It's taking a little longer than I wanted to. There are definitely some other things that we should be doing, like potentially building a fortress. And we talked about building a fortress or a new city in a couple of different sites. In order to build a fortress over here, we're going to have to clear off these units, but a fortress will bring income in from most resources, not all resources, because a fortress cannot produce anything in and of itself. It's just a defensive structure, similar to a city with walls. It can't take advantage of population or production tiles, but it will take advantage of gold and mana and research tiles. So building fortresses around gold mines, research points, or mana nodes is a great way to boost your overall income without having to put down another city. Another cool advantage of a fortress is if you do build a fortress and then you build a city inside of the fortress, it will automatically have walls. So we have 2 options. There was a little bit of area up here where we could build a city and grab a couple of tiles. There was also, I think, an area over here that had a couple of things, but we were going to have to clear out some pretty powerful stuff in order to take advantage of that. And then there was this region in here which I really wanted to take. So I think what we're going to do is once our army is finished clearing out both this stuff to the south and this stuff to the north, we're going to kind of converge over here and try to put a fortress down. In order to do that, we are going to need to build a builder. So I'm going to go ahead and queue that up so I don't forget about it. And we'll just keep searching with these guys. I guess we're going to head south. Okay, I should be able to get... Why does it do that? I was able to get to here and all of a sudden I'm back 2 tiles. I'm really confused by that. Anyways. Alright, we'll just keep moving around and slowly but surely uncover more and more stuff. Alright, this unit decided to retreat. That kind of makes me want to run them down. We're just barely going to be able to run them down, but we can. And I think we should. But we'll auto-combat that just to get rid of them. And then I'll just move her back like that. What we really need to do... Ooh. I thought that was the camp that was spawning them, but it's not. We really need to get rid of the camp that's spawning those if we haven't already, and I can't remember if we cleared out that particular one or not. I know we cleared out one. This might be one of the camps that's spawning animals. We did get our storehouse built, so let's go ahead and get the builder's hall and get this city going. Down here we're building some more units, so that's fine for now. We'll cast that spell, and this will increase our income when we do take a city or a treasure node, not a city. This is a very likely victory. We'll go ahead and manual it. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any swordsmen for this fight, and there are a lot of archers. Swordsmen are the preferred melee unit versus archers. We'll have to watch out for poison attacks. That's also going to be a little bit of a problem. We want to get rid of this unit quickly if we can. Once we get into melee combat, they won't have a lot of a chance to really deal with us. Let's take a look at this. These are Blight Protection, Physical Weakness, and Lucky. They're halflings. Of course they would be. Of course they would be. Okay, well... I'm going to get a good shot at one or both of these units if I move up one with this unit. So that's going to be between 9 and 15 damage on this guy, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Alright, not exactly what I wanted, but... these guys up and get some damage in on them. Our hero is not going to be able to kill these guys. What if we use the crossbow? 9 to 14. They have a ton of health left. We don't have any spells we can cast. I almost want to just go into guard with her. Let's see what we can do with this unit first. So we can get a pretty good strike on this army. So let's go ahead and do that. And then... try to get as much damage on that unit as possible. 5 to 7 times 3, that should be enough to kill that. Alright, one unit down. And still have our scoundrels. These guys can move up. They can actually move in front of our heroes, so they can create a line of sight problem. And we have a ranged attack, or we have the sprint ability, which gives us extra movement. That should keep them off of our hero, but we'll see. They won't be able to use a ranged attack without backing up. And that is unfortunate. They actually survived and killed our spearmen. Wow. Well, that's really unfortunate, but we shouldn't have any problem finishing these guys off. We'll get a flanking attack. Yeah, let's just get in there and take care of these guys. Of course they get a lucky. Alright, so who do we want to level up? Well, we can move her up 1, get 3 attacks on this guy. Alright, almost a level. We can move her up 1. And get 3 attacks on this guy, which will be enough to kill them. Is there any reason to prefer one over the other? I don't think so. I think we'll just kill that one. And then we'll charge into this guy. That'll take him out. And that ends that turn. We should be fine here. I'm a little worried about... Okay. So I was a little worried about him killing this unit, but... Alright, and then in terms of leveling up, we definitely want to give all the experience to this unit until we get to gold rank. I guess we already are at gold rank. Or maybe we just made gold rank this battle, actually. So now this unit has the ability to inflict a stun, which is pretty awesome. And we got a unit. Take a reward of a unicorn or sell. I think we'll take the reward. We are a little low on units at the moment. Pick that one up. And then we need to decide, are we going to head back around this way or head over here like I originally planned? I don't think we're clearing a legendary camp, and I don't think that we're going to be putting a fortress or a city down here anytime real soon. So I think the answer is we're going to head back this way for now and spend some turns healing up, head over here and finish clearing that area out. Julia's declined our proposal of a alliance, and we failed to finish this quest, which we just didn't have any units all the way over here anyways, so there wasn't much of a chance of that happening. We're gonna move this guy. Which means if I have that guy moving to the north, I guess we'll move this guy here for now. I can't really see that far, so I guess we'll move back up to this side and clear that. Don't have any vision of his armies at the moment. Let's move this guy up to here to fill out that army. And another scoundrel's probably fine. He's up to level 4. I don't like those snakes being so close to us. Not sure why they're not attacking us, but I'm cool with that. Looks like one of our cities, because our morale is so high, got a bonus of some extra population. We'll continue to build that for now. And we got a governance bonus. So we can either get lower cooldown on the Unicorn Rider's phase ability, or public baths give an extra 100 morale in elven cities. I don't have a lot of Unicorn Riders right now. I believe both of my cities have elven baths, but how valuable is extra morale? Well, our morale's only high. Let's see. It's at 700. It's cheerful. I'm not sure how high morale goes, so let's take a look at the Tome of Wonders and look up morale. Morale is a game concept. Happiness. Here we go. Cheerful is the highest rank for morale. So it can't really get any better than cheerful, which is where we are at in our one city. This city is also cheerful, so that pretty much answers that question. We'll take this one. We also finished off the beaten path. I want to go ahead and grab Incite Revolt now. We may be casting that over here on this goblin city to try to take it, which means I need to do some scouting. Maybe we'll go right over here. Yeah. Alright, so he's got a small army here with 2 heroes, a level 4 and a level 3, and a goblin untouchable. We're going to need a fairly strong force to take this army from them. But we do have a fairly strong force, so let's head down this way. And let's continue to move this army up. Single elf scoundrel. I think what we want to do is maybe put just a couple of elf scoundrels up here to defend the walls, and we'll put some walls up as soon as we get this building completed, and that will provide just a little bit of defense for that city. Alright, continuing to scout with these units. The Orc Warlord has a fair number of cities at this point. He's got some big birds. Alright, they're going to want us to do a quest. We're not in any real position to finish this quest, but I'm going to go ahead and accept it for now. That's a lot of undead units. We'll move that scoundrel there. And then queue up. I can't make scoundrels in this city yet. Queue up a couple high elf initiates. That'll give us a little bit more range damage. With some walls, that should be enough to fend off most enemies that are not of any serious threat. We don't want to invest too much into defense there because there's just not going to be a lot to defend, but okay, this army's coming back up. We do need to build some more military units. Let's take a look at what we have here. So I've got one swordsman, one storm sister, and one high elf initiate. What I think I'm gonna do I mean, a unicorn's an okay unit. They're not great, but go ahead and move on up for now. I guess we really... Longbowman or another Storm Sister? I guess we'll build a Scoundrel for now. They're cheap, they're ranged. They're not terrible in melee. Especially if they can get a flank attack. Okay, what did we have over here again? We had some Frostlings and some Frost Dragons, a Baby Serpent, and a Dire Penguin. Oh yeah, and one more tile over. Two more tiles over? And some goblins. Okay. So we need to clear all three of these tiles in order to collect the goods over here. I don't have any more movement with the birds, so... And we want to bring this unit and make some roads. So I want to make a road down here and then up over here to our fortress. We do have plenty of money. So to build roads, you have to have a building unit. You come here and you can build fortresses, watchtowers, or roads, or water fortresses, I guess. We're going to build roads for now, and I'm just going to kind of connect it just like that. And I think we're out of movement, so we'll have to finish next turn. But we should be able to get a road up here, which will give us a little bit faster access to it if we need to. This unit's going to just walk over here. And that way. Finish clearing this last little corner of the map, and then we're pretty much done. I still haven't really noticed any caves to the underground, which is a little bit of a concern when you are considering trying to move through the underground. Alright, we should be able to get to any of these next turn. And that'll be the end of that. This city built another Scoundrel. What we really need to build is a Master's Guild? Probably. Either a Master's Guild or a War Hall. I think the Master's Guild is going to make everything else go faster, since this is really our primary city. Yeah, I can't really do anything about this because I don't have an army prepared to take on that kind of an enemy yet. I can move this crow back over here to keep sight on this city. And I really want to keep sight on it from over here because that way I can see if reinforcements are coming. Alright, this army can make it all the way over to here. We're going to wait a turn before we attack anything. This army is going to go into guard mode. And this is going to build some more roads. Build roads to there. Build more roads to there. Alright, so far so good. I'd like to at least get to the point where we get our fortress down, and then we'll probably end this video for today. And then we'll start turning our sights towards going to war with the Theocrat, Shemet Atan, and trying to take back the Goblin city that he stole from us. They were very close to becoming our city, and he managed to finish the quest before I could get my army over there. This scoundrel can just go ahead and run up here. I want to get a couple of units up here to defend that. We'll make another unit for the army that's heading this way. This is probably good enough for now. I want to get the war hall, and then we can look at some stronger units. Alright. So let's move over here. Uncover as much of that as we can. And then kind of run the heck out of here because I don't want to get attacked by that. How far can I get? Getting into the trees should slow that unit down. They won't be able to keep up with us. We'll just kind of head back this way. This unit can finish uncovering this little corner of the map. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we found a cave entrance. One cave entrance. I have not seen another one on the map yet. I am very tempted to send my cavalry rider into the cave to then start uncovering it. It's a little bit dangerous. It would be better if we could send someone like the dwarf. This unit's not going to move particularly quickly or have particularly good vision underground, unfortunately. But it is the only unit that has come even anywhere close to finding a cave. So maybe I just haven't uncovered enough territory, or maybe I've missed it. I'm just not seeing a cave anywhere down here. I didn't see one over here. Yeah, I really don't know. But we'll keep looking. I'm sure we'll find one eventually. There's got to be more than one entrance to the underground map. Okay, the fact that he is building up quite a strong army on this front has me a little concerned. I don't like that at all. Two turns away from getting that completed. We're going to let them run away. And we're going to build a fortress. So if I build a fortress right there, so I need to build a little bit more road first. 2 more tiles of road. And then build a fortress. We can grab all of those tiles. That sounds like a good enough name for a fortress. Alright, this army requires orders. I'm debating whether to send this army over here. I think we're going to go ahead and send it over now. And kind of build a forward defense over here at this fortress. And then we will, once we get this built, replenish our capital city with some military units. It puts us in a little bit of a predicament. I'm definitely concerned about this. He's got 8 units over here now instead of just the 3 that we saw earlier. Having my units sit on this bridge probably isn't the smartest idea, but it does require him to go the long way around. The other option is I could park right here. I don't know if I'd still get enough vision. I think I will. Yeah. Alright, we'll park right there for now. This unit's just gonna book it as fast as he can back to one of our cities, maybe back over here to this fortress. We'll see where he can get to without getting killed, if he can get anywhere. And actually, let's see something real quick. They have yeah, they don't have anything that makes them good at traveling underground, unfortunately, so nothing doing there. We are going to try to get him into the cave and start searching. Maybe we'll find the entrances to the surface down below. Oh, that is not good. Well, we managed to succeed once before against a similar force. I don't think it'll happen this time. Yeah, we managed to kill one of them. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we'll continue building some defenses there. We've got some new research. Corpse looting. More units, more gold for killing units. That's kind of useful when you're clearing lots of tiles like we have been. Once again, unfortunately, too little too late, probably. I think what we want to do is get to our stronger units. Blind is actually a pretty useful spell. Let's pick up Blind. Blind will be useful in the battle against these cat folk. And I'm going to put him into just stay there mode. We now have a fortress. Fortress is pretty cool. Any tiles inside of the fortress will start collecting for us as long as they don't have enemies on them. We also have the option, we can upgrade this to a stone fortress for a small amount of gold that will extend its domain by 1 tile. And will also provide stone walls for any units stationed inside of it in defense of that area. And if we build a city there, we'll actually get stone walls around our city right from the get-go. So that's kind of useful. We're going to go ahead and move this army here for now. Actually, we're going to move right there. And then move these guys up. And we'll go ahead and attack with her. With this many units, I don't think there's any reason to watch this battle. We'll just auto-combat it. And I guess there was a reason. We lost a unit, apparently. That was pretty stupid, but so be it. We can move back here, and this army can go ahead and move over here. Alright, so this is probably a good place to go ahead and wrap up the video. We're just about ready to finish this. I am going to go ahead and upgrade this to a stone fortress in 2 turns. There's really no major reason to do that. The primary reason you would want to do that is if you can grab some more area with treasure sites on it by expanding it by 1 tile. But I mainly just want to block off the rest of this area. This city will grow another tile, and then we'll kind of connect all of this into a single region for us, which will be good. But that's where we're going to wrap up for today. So I hope you're enjoying the series. I am going to continue this one for a little while. It looks like I do have a hero leveled up, actually, so let's go ahead and take care of him. I want to just keep pouring points into health. Defense is pretty high. Resistance is okay. Do we have any good abilities for cheap? Not really. Cure disease, emergency repair, tunneling. None of these are particularly useful to us. We could increase his melee attack a little bit, or we could increase his defense. I think I'm interested in increasing his defense and just making him a little more tanky. Having tanky heroes is probably the most important thing. Increasing your damage a little bit versus increasing your survivability a little bit. In my opinion, it's almost always better to increase your survivability, but I suppose there's an argument for both in certain situations. So, alright, we do have a little bit left to do. Can grab these berries and then get to these berries and then get most of the way home. Alright, so this is where we'll end for today. Again, if you're enjoying the series, please let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you have any tips for me on how I can improve my play. I'm certainly not an expert at this game, but I do have a pretty good grasp of how to play and some tips and tricks that have been helpful for me that I've picked up that hopefully I'm passing on to you guys. So that's kind of the real purpose of this. So until next time, this has been The Nose Plays. You guys have a great day.